How's it going there? My name is Mario. Now I know it sounds like an Italian name, but I'm an Irishman, as I'm sure you've guessed by my accent. I made a short video for you today because I know I can help you in your current situation. I have found a foolproof way of getting back with your girlfriend. I know how to do it, but don't worry, you will too very soon.
After having searched through the internet for information on the topic of getting back your ex, I found a lot of bogus sites with less than great content. So I wanted to share a few things I learned with you that will work the minute you put them into practice, and also give you the chance to get your hands on the full information. All you have to do is watch this short video, and at the end, as a reward for sticking with me, I promise to give you a hidden link to all the information you could ever need to win back your ex and have them fall in love with you again. Because getting them back just isn't enough. You need to get them to fall in love with you again so you can keep them. So stick with me, and I promise you'll get that secret hidden link. Now, it's pretty obvious that you found this page because you've broken up with your ex and you've decided that you want to get her back. Now, she may have left you, and she might even be with someone else, or you may have broke up mutually and you've since changed your mind. Maybe the problems were caused by you, or maybe by her. Perhaps one of you even had an affair, or you've just drifted apart. It really doesn't matter what the reason was for the breakup. You're here because you want her back. Now, personally, I know what it feels like to want to be with someone who is perhaps ignoring you, or rejecting you, or is acting like you're a stranger. Maybe even worse, they're acting like you're an enemy. I know the pain you're feeling is sometimes overwhelming and can take up most of your day. You can think about your loved one constantly and remember all the great times you had together. I bet you sit wondering where it all went wrong and what you did that was so wrong, or how you helped to create this situation. The constant questioning of what you did can almost drive you crazy. It can be difficult to socialise, especially when a lot of your friends are mutual friends. All you can think about is your ex, and it begins to take over your life. Work can be hard as you can't concentrate. You've no peace of mind. You can't sleep or even eat, and even the smallest and simplest of problems become unbearable and exaggerated. No matter what you do or where you go, you're reminded of your ex. Restaurants, clubs, social situations, places, friends, and even some TV programs become no-go areas, as they only remind you of your ex and the intimate times you spent together. What you need is a way out of the pain and heartache that's driving you crazy. A wake-up call from your never-ending nightmare. So what have you been doing up to now? Do you realise that the approach that you've been taking without the aid of a proven system is basically a test? If you're trying to get your ex back right now and haven't made progress, then you're making mistakes. Unfortunately, many products, sites, forums and blogs give you bad information. In fact, this information comes from people who haven't even taken their own advice. So what you're doing is testing their strategies. Well, you can't afford to do that. You're still alone for only one reason. You haven't got a proven step-by-step plan of action that has succeeded time and time again. You may even have followed other so-called experts' advice and seen no results, or worse, push your ex further away from you. So you need to change your tactics now.
Here are some tips and tricks on how to get your ex-girlfriend back. First thing to do is agree with the breakup. Now, this may seem counterintuitive, but what you need to do is learn to play the game. Okay, you need to make her lower her defences, therefore she'll see you in a different light. Right. Another tip is, don't say you'll always be there for her, because this will give her the impression she can do whatever she wants, go with whoever she wants, and you'll always be there for her. You don't want to do that. It's really not a good idea. Now, as I said before, don't appear needy. Needy, desperate men are a complete turn off to women, and you'll just end up, pushing them further and further away. You'll also be taught reverse psychology techniques. Now, these aren't to be abused. You still need to get to the underlying reason of why you split up in the first place. Now, here's a few examples of how it worked for other people.
Okay, here we'll have some examples of people who have used the system previously. This is from a guy who we'll call George C. And he starts off by saying, firstly, I would like to thank you for your guidance through this difficult period that we all face at some point or another in our lives. Your book gave me confidence, courage, and a clear mind in dealing with my relationship trouble. The way in which it is written and its content are ideal and complementary in giving rise to the correct mindset. Now, I would just like to say here that that's very important. Your mindset is crucial to the whole system, and the fact that you need to know what to do and when to do it, but you also need to know what not to do. So George goes on saying, I got my axe back in 14 days, so that's good. Now, here we have Alex M, and he says, I just thought I'd let you know that the system obviously works, as I now get begging, pleading and crying from the ex, saying she wants to have a proper crack at things again. And again we have one from Nick M. He says, thank you, my ordeal is now over. That's good to hear, Nick. And I'm back with my girlfriend. After doing what you instructed, she confessed that she couldn't handle losing me, and we are now back together on my terms. So as you can see, the system works. It's worked for others, and it will work for you.
Right. Now, thanks for putting up with me. And I hope you learned something from this video. Now, as promised, here is the hidden link with the full information on how to win your ex-girlfriend back.